So I am trying out the Beeline Moto, the original one, to see if I like it before I look at maybe getting a Beeline Moto 2. So because I'm sorted out the account on the Indian and I can log in and do the maps and stuff like that, and then there's a realization that the built-in sat-nav for like point A to point B, absolutely fine, like going postcode to postcode, absolutely fine. For planning out a longer ride or a big route, so this weekend I've got a ride up to the Peak District, this setup, like the built-in sat-nav, I can't do the full route planning, whereas using the Beeline Moto app I can. So I got one of those cheap, got it set up, and this is the first time I've been out on the bike using it, and so far I quite like it. I've done some little jiggery-pokery using old GoPro mounting stuff and bits like that to get it kind of looking like it's meant to be. I think it looks alright. But yeah, if I like this, then I'll probably buy the Moto 2 and upgrade it, but I'm not there yet, so I didn't want to spend more money than what I did on this. And I needed it for this weekend, and the B Moto 2's only just come out, so I can't really utilise, can't really wait on it, and I want to be able to plan my routes. And I'm very nearly at the 1901 mark on my bike. That'll be fun. But yes, I can now track the bike health, location and those bits. What I actually needed to do to solve this was I ended up having to ride my bike out to a place where it's got just general better cellular coverage. Where I live is a bit out in the sticks, and this bike struggles to pick up a cellular signal. So I had to go out to a different place. I managed to find a spot where it was showing signal but not connecting, and I'd brought my USB with me, which has the Ride Command software on it, so I flashed it in a car park of a petrol station actually, and immediately after doing that everything reconnected. So I'm kind of okay with it. It was a pain in the arse, don't get me wrong, but it's sorted now. And the Indian dealer is still in conversation with Polaris, because obviously I shouldn't have needed to do that, so they want to find out exactly what was going on. And yeah, that's kind of it really. It's I'm just going out. I'm supposed to be working today, but one of the guys who works for me, he's got himself a 125. In Venice he's got my old 125 from years ago. It's a Mutt Hilts. It's an awesome little scrambler looking Chinesian bike that's still going strong after all these years. And yeah, it's basically, with the situation at work and how crappy it is, we decided to bunk today and go for a little spin. So, well, bunk this morning. I'm taking an hour off and just not turning up to a board meeting, because it's just the administrator saying that we're in administration and we're liquidating the assets of the business, which is kind of depressing to hear every single bloody day. So yeah, instead it's sunny, so I'm on my bike and suddenly it's not depressing. Although I do have a bit of a moan. So something that's pissing me off at the moment is recruitment agencies and that side of things. So I've got a fairly large profile on LinkedIn from my world outside of cocking about with motorcycles and stuff like that, and in the corporate world. And I've got a not insignificant experience. Not to say I'm the most experienced person in the world or anything like that. I'm far from it. But I'm director level of a global brand, and I am finding that I can't even get recruiters to respond to some questions, applications and bits like that. They just aren't bothering, or there's so many people out there. And I know that from those which I've spoken to, the market is challenging at the moment. But it's like, I've kept a list of all the recruiters that I've used over the years that I liked and I would use again in any part of my career, whether or not it's for myself or for me recruiting for a team or anything like that. I will end up in another job where I'm responsible for probably another global department and that side of things, and strategy and head counts and that sort of things. And all I'm doing is I've got a simple spreadsheet which I track every recruiter that I've engaged over the years, what they've been like to recruit people for me, and then also what the experience is like as a candidate. Because if your experience as a candidate through a recruiter is crap, I'm not going to use you because I don't want my potential employees to have that experience. And it's like, you know, I know the current employment market is challenging to say the least, but it's just a point of courtesy to say, hi, yeah, got your message, no, there's nothing, or whatever. But there's nothing, there's just, you know, radio silence for weeks on end. And I get, you know, they may have lots of jobs on, they might have lots of, you know, candidates applying to roles and this, that and the other, which is absolutely fine. You know, I get it. But I also don't care, it's your fucking job. You know, I've been running head of IT or interim IT director for a couple of years at a big multinational brand. When shit hits a fan or it gets busy, it's my job to deal with it. It's not, oh no, it's, you know, I'm not going to respond to people because I'm busy. It's a, oh well, my day gets fucking longer, doesn't it? And now I get busier. That's called work. And it's weird because I actually, out of university, I had some experience working at a recruitment consultancy, and that's something which I saw was a lot of people not, you know, focusing solely on the clients and not putting enough credence into the candidates who would inevitably become your clients. It always seemed weird to me, and I ended up doing some, you know, business management and helping support a smaller recruitment consultancy, and the reason why I was able to bring on clients and bits like that is because most of the clients I brought on were candidates that I'd placed. It's funny how that works, isn't it? But yeah, there's some really, really good ones out there. This isn't a slant at all recruiters. I've dealt with some amazing people over the past couple of weeks who are genuinely informed. They talk to me, they communicate. I've got a good rapport with them, and they seem to want to talk and engage and have conversations and not be, you know, stereotypical recruitment spod, and they actually want to achieve, and you know, they're going to make money, they're going to make commission off of it. Yeah, you know, I've got no interest in dealing with people who can't be asked to do the basics of their own job. As far as you know, that's how I see it, right? It's not so much like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to recruitment, because I've not done it for 15 odd years, so I'm sure, well, probably 20 years, but I'm sure the industry's changed. But still, what the fuck? Like, show a bit of courtesy, at least. But yeah, anyway, Beeline Motos, I quite like them. I quite like the way this is behaving. I'm still very much getting used to how the navigation presents itself. This is like my first 10 minutes using it. But it seems pretty intuitive. I just need to be a little bit more on it with when it's telling me to turn left and turn right is all. Anyway, catch you later. Oh man, this is a vibe. Bit of Santana, that sound of the Indian engine, and just rolling through the countryside. This is what motorbikes are all about, for me anyway.